event was started originally to help our team meet competency requirements that are required through OSHA, and expanded to inviting surrounding communities, and over the years has become a regional event with teams coming from as far as Oklahoma, Texas, and Arizona. The first two days of competition, Wednesday and Thursday, the teams compete on 8 different props, and those props can range from valve and pipe leaks to rail car leaks, overturned tankers, confined space entry. This year we have the clandestine lab situation, which is a bio scenario. The clan lab is used almost every year. This year it's a new location, and the scenario always changes from anything from a clan lab to a drug lab to a bioterrorism lab or a chemical scenario. The props at the HazMat Challenge training area at TA-49 are all plumbed with compressed air and water, so there's no actual hazards here other than normal climbing ladders and physical hazards that could hurt anybody. It's an opportunity for people to train as they would mitigate things in the field, but it's a safe environment, so if they do make a mistake, they can learn from that mistake without any real consequences.
Last week, stem cell researcher Dr. Stewie Griffin placed a chemical order with Fisher Scientific. At 9 o'clock this morning, a package from Fisher Scientific was delivered to his lab that he assumed was part of his order. He proceeded to open the box and found a lettered-sized envelope marked invoice. He opened the envelope, and as he unfolded the paper, a loose powder fell out. He began to read the letter and realized it was of a threatening nature. He became concerned for his health and safety, so he left the lab and called 911. Your HazMat team is requested to identify the suspicious package, demonstrate proper setup and use of a glove box and tools, properly collect samples and determine the method that should be used to analyze each, and positively identify samples and determine if a hazard exists. Approximately 45 minutes ago, a 911 call was received reporting a suspicious vehicle parked along the Arroyo at 1313 49th Street in Los Alamos. LAPD Officer Padilla was dispatched, who reported that he was on the scene, and he would be taking a closer look at the car. 3 minutes later, his radio was keyed several times, but the transmission was garbled, and the only discernible words were perhaps cotton and maybe legs. But dispatch was not very confident in reporting that information. A passerby noticed a person lying next to the car and perhaps another person in the driver's seat, but could not say for sure if the person on the ground was wearing an LAPD uniform. Your HazMat team has been requested to assist with making the scene safe for law enforcement personnel. Your HazMat team has been assigned to respond to a shipping company box truck involved in a minor accident on the interstate. The road has been closed and the scene is safe for HazMat operations. The truck driver is here and he indicates that there are only products of minimal hazard, mostly consumer items packed in dry ice and one sealed rad source. The driver has just found the rad container package on the floor of the truck. He advises you that now the box is empty. Your HazMat team is requested to conduct a walk-around hazard assessment, make entry into the box truck using structural fire gear, use a rad instrument to find the sealed source, and address any challenges the team finds upon entry into the box truck. Betty Lou and her husband, Bubba, have requested assistance from state police to investigate strange doings in an old semi-trailer on their property in Guachaponga, New Mexico. The trailer had previously been rented to a college student for a research project he was conducting for school. They became suspicious of his activities, however, when they found several dead chickens and ducks in a trash bag left outside the trailer. The student, known only to them as Critter, is nowhere to be found. After arrival, state police surmise the trailer is most likely a possible drug lab of some sort. Your HazMat team is requested to survey the trailer and immediate area, identify materials inside the trailer, and obtain public safety samples for further analysis by the Department of Health, and secure the scene inside and outside of the trailer to facilitate evidence collection by state police. Police were dispatched to the railroad station after an emergency call came in. An Acme Railroad employee went missing during a pre-departure inspection. When police arrived on the scene, the station yard foreman informed them that he had spotted a missing person on the ground near a single chemical rail car at the end of the train. Your HazMat team is requested to assess the situation, extract the victim, and search for any product leaks from the rail car. If any leaks are discovered, it is up to your team to stop them. 30 minutes ago, the Bernalillo County Fire Department responded to a two-vehicle accident on Paseo del Volcan approaching Double Eagle Airport. Initial scene size-up from the engine company indicated a tanker truck transporting fuel was involved in a collision with a pickup, and that the tanker is actively leaking. The placard on the overturned tanker is 1863, or aviation fuel. It was making a delivery to the airport and is presumed to be full. Your HazMat team has been dispatched to assess the situation and proceed with scene stabilization and product control, and to prepare to offload the product to another transport. Your team is also expected to stop any leaks. Emergency responders have been called to the Get a Little Wet water park for a chemical incident. Pool employees were mixing pool chemicals in buckets when a reaction started to occur. The employees left the equipment room and there were no injuries. Water park employees heard a loud explosion after they exited the equipment room. All employees and guests have left the facility and are not available for interviews. Your HazMat team is requested to perform an entry into the equipment room, identify the chemicals involved, and take appropriate actions to stop the leaks. KSL Local Number 413 pumped out sewage sludge into 55-gallon drums last week. Last night at 6 p.m., Lana Protective Forces reported a loud pinging. When the officer's supervisor arrived at 8 p.m., the sounds from the drums had stopped. The emergency manager on duty decided not to declare an emergency and would have the union folks investigate in the morning. At 11 a.m. the next morning, a group entered and radioed that the drums were once again pinging and they were going to open a drum to see what was causing them to ping. They had just started opening a drum when it exploded. Not all personnel are accounted for and at least one is still missing. The rest escaped without injury and reported a thick, dense smoke in the area. It is believed that the drums have been fermenting in warm weather for over a week and that the lack of headspace is causing the drums to overpressurize. Your HazMat team is requested to re-enter, locate the missing personnel, and relieve the pressure on the remaining drum.
The Level A obstacle course at the end of the event is a very fun event. People cheer each other on. They want each other to do well. And I think that's one of the best aspects of this event is the camaraderie that is built, the relationships that are built, as well as people are learning how to respond safely. place for overall this year is Farmington.
Good job, guys.
So for second place overall this year, Sandia, please come back up. That leaves the big boy left. So again, the traveling trophy this year is going to go to Midwest City.
Yeah.
Good job, Midwest. Bring it back next year. If people would like more information on the HazMat Challenge and would like to be part of the planning or to participate next year, they can call the Emergency Response Group Office at area code 505-665-5237, and that includes vendors who would like to participate on training day or vendors who would like to participate in the props themselves throughout the week, because we do have vendors that will help actually proctor the scenarios through the week using some of their equipment and equipment they may not actually provide.